Welcome. I'm Ellen Saltonstall, and I'm going to show you how to use rubber balls to relieve tension at the backs of your knees. We're going to use balls that are about the size of a large cantaloupe like this, and they're hollow, so they have some give to them. These balls are also useful for other parts of the body, the front of your hips, front of your shoulders, back of your neck. So they're really good balls to have. We're going to start lying down, do that for a few minutes, and then do another version of the technique sitting up. So come to sitting, lie down, and feel your knees on the floor, and just roll your legs in and out. And notice if there's a difference between your two legs, especially around the knees. And then you can put the balls under your knees, starting out with the balls several inches above your knees, because when you lie down, they will move back under your knees. So it's okay if they're just barely above the knee, because that's getting to the hamstring muscles. Find a position for your legs where they're relaxed, and that's fine if they're turned out a little bit, no problem. So we each have a natural position of relaxation in the legs when we're lying down. And that's going to be your home base position. And then begin to slowly turn your legs in towards each other so that you're rolling over the balls. And if you want to go further inward, you can lift your heels off the floor to separate your feet a little bit and have more room to turn in further. And then slowly go back to neutral, your home base position. And then turn the legs out very slowly. So all the while you're resting the weight of your legs on the ball. You don't have to press down. Just the weight of your legs is enough. And then continue now at a slow pace to roll your legs inward towards the center and back to neutral and turning them out towards the sides. So for some people this doesn't feel like it's doing very much. It's mild, but I encourage you to give it some time, because as the pressure of the ball is able to reach deeper layers of your knee, you can feel it more. So it's releasing the lower end of your hamstring muscles. And as we release the muscles around the knees, we'll have more space inside the joint. So now you can move the balls down about an inch so they're right under the concave surface of the back of your knees. And again, find your resting point. And then move your legs so that they turn in towards each other, possibly lifting your heels so you can go a little further inward. And then back. And then you can move the legs into a turned out position. And back to center. And do that one more time, turning in. And back to center. And turning out. And back to center. So if you want more pressure, there's a couple things you can do. You can lift your heels off the floor the whole time, which creates a stronger pressure. The other thing you can do is put a blanket over your knees, or maybe even 2 blankets to add some weight. Now let's do one more spot in this position. So inch yourself away from the balls a little bit so that they touch the top of your lower legs, your gastrocnemius muscles there. So now they're working on these large muscles that attach across the knee from below. And they also, if they're very tight, can constrict the space inside the joint. So then continue to just roll very slowly inward toward the center and back out again towards the outside. So once you've become familiar with this technique, you can improvise and go further over, maybe even lying on your side a little bit. So you'll find ways to reach the spots that you want to reach with the balls. And then stop in the resting place in this third spot and see what you feel. You might feel some energy flow down through your feet, even a sense of heat coming down from your knees through the lower legs into the feet. And now leaving the balls there, come on up to a sitting position and place a blanket underneath your hips so you have a little bit of lift. And then either another blanket or a pillow, or perhaps if you have a yoga bolster, that's what I'm going to use to show you, because the yoga bolster has some good weight to it. And then you lean into the bolster and turn your legs very slowly inward and outward. So when I'm using the bolster, I usually turn both legs to, say, the left. I'm doing that now. And back to center, and then both legs to the right, and back to center. And you can move the balls to any of the three spots that we've already worked on. One was just above the knee, one was exactly under the middle of the knee, and the other one was just below the knee. So any of those spots are really good. All right, and then take the prop off your knees and the balls out from under your legs, and just move your legs around and see how the knees feel. And then afterwards you can either lie down or you can get up and go on to the next part of your day. So if you want to know more about the Ballwork, you can see the description below, which gives you a link for the book that I wrote about the technique and also how to buy balls for use at home. Thanks for joining me.